Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Stellaris Newbie tutorial for version 2.72. I'm your host, Colors Fade. This is also known as the Wiley Garner playthrough. Let me explain. Wiley Garner, as you can see here, left a very long comment thread on one of my Stellaris tutorials. Wiley's having a lot of trouble getting a handle on Stellaris, so I said, tell you what faction are you using? And Wiley gave me a long description about the faction they are using. I said I will build that faction and I will play the game with that faction. So you can see exactly how I'm doing things. So that's what this playthrough is going to be. So we're going to start a new game, and I created this, the Wiley Warrior Clan, based on Wiley Garner's specifications. It's a war council. It's an oligarchy. They have functional architecture. Their warrior culture. He had all kinds of selections here. Rapid breeders, unruly empire, sprawl from pops. Ooh. Strong for army damage. Okay. Sedentary. Pop growth from immigration, minus 15%. And resettlement cost, 25. Ooh. That hurts. Okay. Habitability, plus 10%. They're egalitarian. That's good. Faction influence gain, plus 25% will be nice. And they're fanatic militarists. They have a subspecies because of their syncretic evolution. So they start the game with 12 pops being of another subservient species. He made the subservient species exactly like them with slightly different traits. So that's what they are. We're going to play on reset everything to default and turn on Iron Man mode. And we're going to set it to the difficulty of Captain. And we're going to turn scaling on. Now, for those of you who are new to Stellaris, when you up the difficulty of the game from the base ensign to captain to whatever, what happens is the computer gets bonuses to production and shooting and all kinds of different things. If you turn scaling on, though, what happens is the computer doesn't start with any bonuses at the beginning of the game, and as the game rolls along through these years, the difficulty bonuses start to kick in until by the end of the game they have their full bonus that whatever difficulty allows them to have is there. So by the end of the game they'll have all the full captain bonuses. We're going to choose AI empires. We're going to randomize this 9 or random would be nice. Advanced AI starts we're going to randomize. Fallen empires we're going to randomize. Marauder empires we're going to randomize. I like those random. Medium map, elliptical, spiral, ring. I'm just going to choose elliptical. So that's what we're going to do for this. It's kind of a default mode. And Iron Man's on. We don't have any saves. We can't go back to a previous save if things don't go our way. That's the way I like to play the game. It also keeps achievements on so you can pop achievements. So this is the Wiley Garner playthrough. All right. So here we are with the Wiley Garner, the Wiley Warrior Clan. I love this. This is going to be fun. This is going to be so good. All right, Wiley, this whole playthrough is for you. Let's see where we start. I'll show you everything that I do and how I do it. So here's Garner's Plight is the capital. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, standard stuff right here. So I'm not going to touch any of this right now. There are no jobs, actually. There's no new jobs. Now, we don't have access to robots or anything right off the bat here, and we need to build we need to build our resources up anyway. So the first thing to do is research. Let's go for physics research because this is going to improve our researcher output, and then we'll start to actually earn some things. Oh, this is huge though. Pop growth speed right off the bat. These are two great picks early. I'm going to choose, let's see, monthly unity. I'm going to choose this because this is going to add up fast, and the unity helps us select our traditions faster. So I think having that and additional edicts, I think that's just too good not to choose right off the bat. And then here, afterburners would be nice to have early, so would extra hit points. Any of these would probably be good. I'm probably going to take the whole hit points, actually. I kind of like the idea of having some pretty good ships with those hit points. So we're going to turn on, I'm going to put it on fast, not fastest. And then we're going to take our science ship here. Feathers of White. I love the names of the avians. I've never played an alien species before, an avian species before, so I'm very excited about this. We're going to get a second science ship up as fast as we can, and our construction ship here, which can't even build anything. Oh, can build a research station. Just don't have enough minerals yet. So this will be fun. I'm looking forward to this very much, trying out somebody else's species. This is probably going to play right into the way I like to play the game, actually, because they have fanatic militarist, which claim influence cost -20 and ship fire rate. This is going to be nice. I'm currently also still doing the driven assimilator playthrough, so you guys are going to get some bonus Stellaris content here coming up. And egalitarian. I mean, these are two governing ethics I like a lot. So warrior culture replaces entertainment jobs with duelist jobs. They turn alloys into unity and amenities and naval capacity. Wow, cool. And he's got, yeah, all right. This could be fun. This could be a lot of fun. We're going to find out. We're going to see how it goes.
Construction complete.
Yes, we get the warrior culture. Do you have enough yet? Yeah, you can build the mining stations. Great. We have a planet over here. Our home world is a tropical world. I'm not worried about the anomalies right now. What I want to do is go in here and build a second science ship. Please give me access to that again. Shipyard. There we go. Science ship.
Anomaly found.
Routine. Leave for now. We will gather all these anomalies later. I'm not worried about them right this second. I want to expand as quickly as possible, especially where I have 2 choke points. So one right there and one right there if we have to be really small, but then we can branch out. This looks really nice, actually, over here. It looks like there's a big section of stuff over here, and then there's a choke point right there. So this would be great for us to get if there's not a marauder clan right there, which watch that be exactly what happens.
Construction complete.
So we're going to take our constructor and move him over to here. We got our new science ship. System survey complete. Great. Interesting. Minor artifacts recovered.
Situation log update.
Leave B for now. Let's do assign a leader. I need someone here. Research speed in biology. What do I have here? I have society research. I have physics research is that guy. He's just a plain old research speed person. This is my anomaly research speed person. That's nice. And I got another industry person there. Okay. I'm going to grab biology. And I'm going to tell this person go here. And we'll do that. We'll get a third science ship up and running soon here. And what we'll do is since one of this guy right here is very good at researching anomalies, we'll send him back to research the anomalies when we get the third science ship up. Our first tradition, discovery, survey speed increased by 33%. That's what we want to go for next. I always go down that branch first. It would make some role-playing sense if you were saying, oh, because it's a warrior clan, I want to do supremacy first. That I could totally buy that, but I like the research bonus here. Research station output by 10%. Research alternatives increased by 1. Scientist level cap increased by 2. Leader cap goes up as well here. And Pops working research have their upkeep reduced by 20. This is all it's just a very nice first tradition tree to go after. Alright, so our construction ship is down here, and he says, hey, I'm going to build that. That requires influence. Every time you build one of these star bases, it requires influence to do so. It requires about 75 influence. This is only being gained at 3 per month. So it goes slow.
System survey complete.
Your influence really creates news of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Garner's plight. In many ways, ending the first chapter in the book of the Wiley warrior clan's bid for stellar empire. Ooh.
System survey complete.
Oh, and it's the Vengralian. We won't have any kind of money for whatever they're selling, but they offer you the Triumph brand bunk beds they want for the low price of 1 science ship, excluding the crew. And it increases housing by 10% for the duration for 80 years. That's nice, but I'm not interested, so I'd rather have my science ship. And the numismatic order shows up, and they can have some really good things, actually. we may represent one of our finest spiritualist leaders. Well, we're a warrior clan, so we're going to say not interested. Leader has gained a level. And then this guy can build that mining station for 75 minerals, which we're earning at 28.29 per month. But now we can go colonize this world, which has really good food districts and really good energy districts, and it's crud for mining. So
Anomaly found.
leave B for now. Colonize this
Construction
with our people. Yodbem is the name of it. Okay, and now we have unemployment on this planet, so we need to build something. The Autochthon Monument turns consumer goods into unity and society research, which is really nice to have one of these on every single planet. It's something I like to do along with the stronghold on every single planet. This helps you build unity, which helps you gather these traditions up a little faster, and this is not something that the planet starts out with. So I'm going to build that to employ some people, and then we're going to get back to building these districts out. Habitable world survey. So we go to our survey log here and look at this. It says 0 of 8 has been done. That'll just kind of happen as things go by. We're going to go grab this here next with our constructor. I'm going to get another oh, we don't have enough alloys. We're a little short. Okay. This is one of the questions Mr. Wiley Garner was having, was, how do you balance all these needs, because you need consumer goods for your pops, and you need food for your pops, and you need minerals to build things, and you need energy to pay for it all, and you need alloys to build ships and things. We'll get there. You'll see how I do this. This is going to take some time. Here we go. The first thing, survey speed is increased, which is the thing that I really want. So now we're going to survey things even faster, and when we get to enough alloys here, which we have, we're going to grab another science ship. So this will help. A new archaeological site, which is going to be fantastic. We want to get I like the archaeological site stuff. You can end up with some pretty decent rewards from those. So build that, then build the mining. I mean, I called this, I stated at the beginning that this was a newbie tutorial. It's not. I'm not going to treat it like, I'm not going to explain every last little detail like I have on some of my other newbie tutorials that people keep watching over and over and over and over. But, oh, this is going to be great. He's going to be a survey speed guy. The inspecting eye. Is it O? I think it's an O. I'm so bad at spelling. All right, what he's going to do is go survey. This guy is... I'm going to change his name too. He's going to be the anomaly guy. And what I'm going to do is, he's got what? There's an anomaly right there. How? Let's take a look. You can hit F2. You can go up here to anomalies and say, you can see how hard they are. So this one, where is that one at? If we go to it, it's a 2 weak signal. And it's in this system, which is what, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our anomaly guy, and we're going to say, go over here and just research the anomalies in the system. And then we're going to take this person and say, survey the system, survey that system. And you can see the little numbers on these. Leave B for now. We got this person specifically designed to do anomalies now. The first Wiley colony. But I will kind of pseudo treat this like a newbie tutorial. I'll explain everything as I'm going, but I'm not going to go into the great detail that I do in some of my specific guides. I'm not going to treat anybody like they haven't played it, because Wiley's played the game. He's just, he or she has just not been successful. So I want Wiley Garner and everybody else who struggles with Stellaris to be successful. It's why I make my tutorials. It's why I do the Let's Plays, because I want you folks to see this isn't as complicated as it looks. Believe me, the first time I opened Stellaris, I thought it was so overwhelming. I just thought it was too much. But now that I've played it a bunch, I don't feel like it's that bad at all. And I want other people to feel as at ease with the game as I am, because it's quite enjoyable once you get a handle on it. It's just with all 4X games, it's getting that handle on things that can be hard. It's your special project Mount Graveyard
Situation
Expedition.
logs updated.
If we go over here, we can see this. We can track it on the map. I need a science ship in orbit to do that. Here's the second thing we can go for: research station output or research alternatives. I'm going to do that. By the time we get the first tradition tree done and we'll start working on the second one, that's when you'll run into somebody else. And so my conundrum is always, after I finish this
System
first
survey
tree,
complete.
what do I grab next? If I'm militarist, I'll tend to go supremacy. If I want to make friends, I'll tend to go grab diplomacy. Expansion is also really good for things like this. Pop growth speed, which is huge. So this planet here is ready to go. There's Delta aliens over there. We're going to colonize this one again, just like our other planet close by. It's energy and food, and it doesn't have much for minerals. So we're already going to be a little short on minerals. But that's okay. You can make ancient life pod. Ooh, society research gain. Any of these pop-ups that come up and just give you flat bonuses to some society research at the time. I don't worry too much about those things. Okay, this science ship came over here and did this. I want it to keep expanding. I want it to survey. I want to survey all this over here. This looks cool. This looks like a big dead end up here, which big cul-de-sac. So if you hold down the control key, you can... Or is it the control key or is it the shift key? I think it's one of those. You can issue multiple commands. The capital now has another free building slot. Now here's...
Scientific
All
breakthrough
right.
achieved.
Yes. Okay, clear tile blockers. I noticed we had lots of tile blockers on our two new planets, so I'm going to grab that. I think that's important. Oh, in here. What's this site?
System survey
So
complete.
this, research the project in that system. He's our anomaly researcher. But anyway, the point I was going to say is, for new players, you have your districts and your buildings, and I have a whole entire dedicated tutorial to this, so I'm not going to rehash that here. But I'm not necessarily going to build this building here, even though we're on the verge of having an unemployed pop that's going to need a job, because there's still a lot of jobs to be had over here. And our homeworld here already looks like the best possible planet of the 3 planets we're going to have for minerals. So I want mineral jobs. So we're going to do that, and then we have 1.6k in the bank, and we already know how to do industrial wasteland and sprawling slums, how to get rid of those. So we're going to pay to get rid of those, which will clear these blockers here, which will give us more districts. So we want those. This science ship is down here. I'm going to do this with it. We're going
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
to hope that there's not a bunch of enemies over here in the center. Usually when you see a spoke like this, there's something bad in the center. But we're going to find out. There is. Okay, so survey speed plus 25%. I want to keep surveying as fast as possible because I want to grow as fast as possible. I want to go until
Construction
we get
complete.
hammered, till we get our border goes kaplunk. And this is nice. There's 9 minerals there, so we're earning influence just fast enough. And see, here we go. The first one, the democratic. Oh, so we have neighbors right here. They are democratic, they are materialist, and they are fanatic egalitarian. So the thing we have in common with them is egalitarian. So we're going to respond with this. Greetings. All right. So now we have neighbors right there, which means we need to get that choke point right there. So you folks, before you get... there's no sense going over here. So what I want you to do is go this way. Get over there.
Special project
Before they decide to
complete.
close their borders on us, because they already don't like us. But we can improve relations with our one and only envoy right now. So I want, since we've just found neighbors, I would like to be friendly with them right away. And that is going to save us trouble down the road. All right. Research alternatives. Cruising right through that. That's nice.
The conquest of a new world has begun.
Yes. All right. So now there's a really cheap anomaly down here. It's at level 2. So go do that. And actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm sending this to survey over here. But what I'm going to have it do is do this excavate site instead. We're going to do this archaeological site. And we're going to send this guy right over here. Build a starbase. We're going to choke point this off right here and build a bastion here and give ourselves some. Now it'd be fun to go destroy these guys right away, early, before they get too strong. But their fleet power is superior to us because they've been building some. We haven't been. We've been, and we don't have a lot of alloys yet. So we just kind of gotta. All right, he did that one pretty easy. He's gonna research this anomaly over here. He'll build that. This will be great, and then he can go build the actual research and mining stations. But it's more important to grab this right now to build an outpost right there. So to get this choke point and keep these guys from spreading into us. So right away, a close neighbor. It's like Seinfeld, a close talker. There's a close neighbor right nearby.
Situation log updated.
All right, there we go. So now we can tell him build mining stations, and then we can tell him to go over here and build mining stations and build research stations. And then while we're here, what we'll do is we'll build this starbase. It's going to cost 200 alloys to do it.
We have established a new planetary base.
Oh, I love this advisor. She's so funny. So we have a new base over here. And when they're colonies like this, I forgot to do this. We need to give them the colony designator because it helps them grow faster. So this is our first colony. This food and energy, this looks fantastic. There's a bunch of blockers here that we can't do yet. We need to remember toxic kelp, dangerous wildlife, all that jazz. So we're going to go for food. It's going to be the first thing we do. I think we're just going to make this a straight up food planet because this other one, we can probably go energy because it doesn't have a lot of districts in it. So if we make this our food planet, we'll do that.
Systems
These guys, okay, so one of the things we need to consider here is commercial zones. I put them on every planet. They earn amenities, but clerks are the least prioritized job. You have to go in and manually make them. You have to go in and manually make them a prioritized job. But this helps you get your amenities, which helps everybody happy, which keeps your stability up. So I'm going to build that there. Every planet gets one. Right now this planet is split between these three things. I'm going to want to focus it on research as time goes by. I'm going to be bummed if all we get is 3 planets. There better be more planets over here. But that's one of the things I also like to show is that people get this idea that if they have what they feel is a bad start, that they have to start over or something. And I have a playthrough on my channel where I'm playing what I call the Tony Stark Enterprises. And it might have also been my Weyland-Yutani one as well. I had some really bad starts. And I love overcoming a bad start. Because there are ways to do it. So, all right, now we see our first little bit of Empire Sprawl. We get the first archaeological thing. So we're going to stop and read this name of this planet. Owie Crikey. That is a great name, Owie Crikey. Owie Crikey. 5 is virtually fractal, the same wild collisions of nature and obviously artificial geography. Visible from space are replicated on the personal scale planet side. There are mountains with perfect pyramidal bases and jagged craggy summits. Rough tundra that suddenly becomes a perfectly smooth plain of bare rock until another weathered natural formation bisects it. The juxtaposition of irregular boulders and rocks scattered among the perfect cubes, the size of a microchip or a hab block. As yet, we can only imagine how this could come to pass. Tell them to keep digging. This is going to result in, we find out that planet was, I believe, a custom ordered planet for some old faction species that's long gone. Sounds like a funny thing.
Scientific breakthrough.
Okay, Corvette hull hit points. So now, Hangar Bay and Strikecraft is kind of important. Everything here is important. This is just a matter of what I want. Minerals from jobs at 5% would probably be really good, but we're actually doing okay with that right now. I'm going to want hangar bays for trade because it's really important. So I'm going to grab that now because unlike my Driven Assimilators playthrough, which is happening at the same time as this one, I'm actually going to get to do trade here, which is what these little ring symbols are. So you want to acquire as much trade as possible. abandoned amusement park. So that's fun. So now we have this bastion here, and I need to start building things on it. And what I'm going to build is first crew quarters. These take up a little bit of my alloys here, but I want this.
System survey complete.
This. We're going to and we get the first factions founded. So that's another thing you don't have to do with driven simulators. So here are your factions. So Wiley, you want to know about factions, I think. These guys are great. This is what they want, is anti-autocratic. So our government type determines that. Excuse me, folks. Geez, sorry about that. I always try to remember to close Facebook before I start recording, and if I don't, that little ding comes up. But anyway, we're anti-autocratic because we're an oligarchy. And we better get our construction ship back to working. So come down here and do that. So we're anti-autocratic automatically. Free movement pops by prohibiting forced resettlement. Well, we're going to force resettlement eventually, so they're not going to be happy about that. Reproductive freedoms and anti-stratification. These guys want conquest, which we'll get to, local rivalry, which we'll get to, and an imperial hegemony, installing ourselves as an overlord of one or more foreign powers. We'll get there with those guys.
Established a new planetary base.
She cracks me up with that. That's so funny. Okay, this is going to be an energy planet, and I can't undo any of the blockers. One of the things I like to do is prefix my planets with what they're doing so that it becomes obvious to me later on when I'm looking at it on the outliner to the right here, what's going on over here. I usually use the first letter as food, energy, mining, FEM, and then the second letter becomes what the building focus is, whether it's alloys, consumer goods, research. Because this over here doesn't tell me everything I want to know just by looking at it. So, and another faction is founded, and this is that the scientist feathers of white, no purges. Okay, we can make that happen. We can go to purge, displacement only. We can say prohibit. We're not going to be purging for at least 10 years. That'll make them slightly more happier. And then we get multicultural society hosting at least 4 unique species. We'll get there. All refugees welcome. I love that. So let's do that. Let's go refugees. Citizen species, no. And we'll take everybody. And that'll make them happy. And what happens is by making these guys a little happier, they're going to earn more influence for us, which we want. And federated, we're not part of a federation yet, but we will be. And here comes the second thing on our archaeology site. Grand design. The discovery of the first crash flying machines sent us on the right path and led to the discovery of a multitude of similar crash sites littering the surface of the planet. Without a doubt, these strange dead machines have something to do with the mysterious geometrical shapes that dot this world. But the extent of the damage caused by the crash landings from high altitude will make analysis difficult. Keep digging. Alright, and we need to start taking a look at edicts. Because I haven't used any yet. Fortify the border. This is Starbase upgrade speed, which is kind of nice. Research subsidies is what I'd like to get going, but I have to keep expanding, so that's why I can't use that. Education campaign, the leader experience gain. I'm going to fire that off. And the recycling, I'm going to leave the way it is. We're not earning any more new consumer goods. We're at 3 planets. We're basically even. Oh, hey, give me that back. All right. Faith in science, great. So we do that, we unlock our first one. Technological ascendancy, research speed plus 10. Rare texts now appear 1.5 times the normal rate. That's always the first one I grab. Because again, research. You want to get ahead of your enemies and your neighbors. So, the League Science Base. Alright, so that issues
Situation log
research base.
Scientific breakthrough.
Investigate the giant skeleton. Repair the automated shipyard. I need a construction ship there. Where's that at?
System survey
Right
complete.
there? Okay, tell you what. When you're done, go research that project. Science says now, see, tile blockers. This was, which one is this? Toxic kelp. Yeah, I would like to get pop growth speed, though, first. Yeah, that's more important. This is more important, and so is this admin capacity, actually, 5%. Pop growth speed is king, though. We need to grow. So this is the ISS anomaly. We're also going to make it research that project in that system. And then when it's done, it can go research that anomaly there. There's planets over here, but they're not, well, one's an ocean world and one's a savannah world. The ocean world we can probably colonize. Okay, what do you got here? Automatic exploration survey speed is faster. That's great. Research speed plus 5%. Grab that early, grab it often. How's our envoy doing? We're now at plus 66% for them, which is awesome. So they like us. That's good.
Special project.
We're going to want to build our own corvettes. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to do all of this. We're going to just do reactor booster. Make sure we're at the best of everything. Okay. And you go over here and you say auto generate designs, turn off. Auto upgrade this. This is CV for Corvette. And I just call it, I'm going to call it C because these are all kinetic weapons here. So I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to build some defense platforms right off the bat here. This is a nice one automatically. I just want to get these built because we're going to want to get them started. This is KM because it's kinetic. It's all kinetics and they're medium range. So that's how I label things. If we go up here, red lasers. These do more damage to armor. So then we just change the name. A for armor. This is my labeling thing. I've gone over this in my ship's design tutorial, but this is my naming scheme. So then you go in here and change these sections. And we'll upgrade these later when they get better tech. But for right now, I want to start get some of them built here so that we have them when we need choke points. Nuclear missiles, they cut right through armor. I mean, they cut right through 100% shield penetration, and they do bonus to the hull. So I just call these G's because they have that G up there. We're going to want some point defense ones. Oops. Go back. Hate that it goes, my mouse goes a little bit over there and it's like so sentinel point defense, these are for shooting down missiles. Flak is for shooting down small strike craft, and the easiest way to remember this is the flak points up, so it's shooting at aircraft. That's how I've learned to remember the difference between those two things, even though the game doesn't really explicitly tell you those things. Hangars, so you can use your own strike craft against their missiles. Strike craft will shoot down missiles, other strike craft. So I usually just do an H for hangar. And then I like to have a couple of these for large ones. So for large, we're just going to use kinetics right now. K L without the underscore in the end there. And then one of the other things is a short one, because later on you get some really nice kinetic weapons that are short range for when things get up close, and you get some really nice weapons for when they're up close with the disruptor style penetrating weapons. So I call this K S, and then we're done. So when we need to, like right now, if I want to, I can go in here and say, okay, shipyard, let's build a couple more corvettes, start getting our fleet power equivalent with these guys. Theirs is overwhelming because right now they're building fleets. Now it's good that we're friendly with them, because if we weren't, they'd probably start coming after us.
System survey complete.
All right, migrating forests on this planet. We need to find a solution.
Situation log updated.
So we have migrating forests on one of our planets, which is
Special project complete.
special project complete. Okay, cool. We need the migrating forest. Investigate. We just gotta. Ooh. We need to learn more about the mysterious aliens residing in the Mosquito system. It's 14 months. Migrating forests need to be a problem, so we need to track these. 191 ones? No. Burn the migrating forest. No, we're not gonna do either one of those. This is 14 months though. And the precursors, the first league. Okay. So you get the precursors. Alright. Let's see. These guys want a research agreement, which is fantastic. It's going to use some of our influence. They're going to want a commercial pact. Great. We'll do that with them as well. Okay, so what did you do? Did you do this? Yeah. What about this? You can't do that.
Anomaly found.
Leave B for now. I have... Did it? What is this? Oh. Make digital reproductions of the monoliths widely available. No, because that'll turn us spiritualists, so you don't want to do that if you're militarists like we are.
System survey complete.
I have no intention of turning spiritualist. This is IIS anomaly. Now you can research that project. So now, man, without robots, wow, slow growth. Oh man, what? Archaeological site has been fully excavated. It says, after recovering one of the more intact crash wrecks and reverse engineering, the purpose of the orbital network became clear. Machines were automated cutting beams placed around Owie Crikey 5. Their function was to completely dismantle the planet, carving it up piece by piece over a span of centuries. Not long after their endeavor began, perhaps a few decades based on projections, something interrupted the procedure. The automated cutters lost power and their orbit decayed until one by one they smashed themselves to bits on the planet's surface. Theories abound as to why anyone would do this. Whether it was mining on a hitherto unimagined scale, some obscure doomsday cult out to break and remake the world, or a quirk of unknown alien psychology, or just code that went awry after the original creators vanished. None could say, okay, so it wasn't the outcome I thought it was, but research options gained mineral cutting beams. So it's kind of a minor thing here. But anyway, he's done with that, which is cool. So we can make him come up here.
Incoming transmission.
We can make that one, and we can say, survey this. And we're going to do this. Is this a migration treaty? This will be fantastic because this will give us, if they're different than us, which I didn't manage to look, their habitability is they'll could turn these planets down here green. Oh, it's a defensive pact. Okay, I'll take that. What about a migration treaty?
System survey complete.
What about, yes, offer migration treaty. The curator order. Greetings, yes, well met. So, and they say migration treaty, which is great. Offer, yes, enter into migration treaty. So if we have them, what are they like? They are. What kind of world do they like? Where do I find that information out? Oh, right here. Tropical world, so they're basically exactly the same as us. That doesn't help us. Boo. Okay, well.
Construction complete.
Terraforming it is. And now we're starting to take a little bit of hit on consumer goods. And in fact, what I'm going to do is add a new monthly trade, and I'm going to buy 5 consumer goods a month. Drops us down about a little bit there, but that's okay.
Special project complete.
Okay. This science ship. What is this special project here? What is this? Don't need a ship to research this project. Yeah, I'm not gonna burn the migrating forest. So. Oh, and this is a ship that we got. A new ship, a frigate. I'll go over there and join with our boys. We got that from the constructor doing that one, so that's cool. Why don't you guys, you're the ISS anomaly, research that anomaly there, and then research that anomaly there.
Anomaly found.
Leave it be and let the ISS anomaly handle. This is the curator order, and if we go to the curator order, they can aid us in our research for the cost of 1,000 energy. It improves their opinion of us, and it's 10% to research speed, and so every 10% you get is important.
Anomaly found. Anomaly found.
Bunch of minerals over there, which is nice.
System survey complete.
And silly me didn't know exactly when I started this video. So, what is this? Archaeological site discovered way up here. Oh, that's awesome. You gotta actually go build an outpost though before you can start digging on it. So,
System survey complete.
okay.
Anomaly found.
Leave it be for now, ladies and gentlemen. The Empire Capital. Let's see. 4 available jobs. Okay, cool.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Well, let's see what we got. Research speed. That's excellent. Colony development speed, which had been nice, but we already have our colonies built now, so I'm not as concerned about that. Let's go for the blue laser. And our next tradition. So what do we want to do? Our neighbors are friendly, so I don't feel any pressure to go for supremacy. Expansion is great because specifically this right here, a new life, pop growth speed 10%, which is kind of huge. And starbase influence cost reduced by 10%. Empire sprawl from systems and colonies is reduced. I think I'm going to go for expansion. I want diplomacy so I can form a federation later, but it's not as pressing as all the things in here that are good, so I'm going to adopt expansion next. Because the pop growth speed is a real issue, especially when you start with a species that's not materialist, so we haven't got robots yet. I'd really like to get robots as soon as possible. So, energy signature. This adds physics research. This science ship right here. This anomaly.
Construction complete.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Our crew aboard the ISS Surveyor report that the Sichula Vila shipwreck appears to have been the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The supply ship suffered a complete loss of life support systems. At any rate, it is highly likely that the Merlins belong to the Democratic Mirish Mandate, and they may be displeased should we claim them. We will not risk an altercation. That'll make them happy. We don't need those minerals. The IS Anomaly will go research this stuff. Construction ship. Our pleasure. They're happy that the Wileys, we have received word of our downed supply ship's cargo. We would like to extend our gratitude to you for taking time to recover it without the need for Mirish intervention. Yeah, and so now they like us by plus 20, which is nice, and we get 100 influence from that, which is pretty sweet. So that's a good thing. And then with this, okay, here we go. Gene clinics, these are huge. This helps with growth in such a big way. I want this immediately. So let's get that. Oh, and let's take a look at research again. Technology. This is biology, and we have a biology person. So in order to make this go a little bit faster, it's 41%. I'm going to take our biology person. He's busy surveying. I'm going to swap him out. I'm going to put the other free person in here. If we go back to technology, how much did that improve it by? Like about 15%. So I'm happy with that because I really, really, really want gene clinics as soon as possible, and I want to get them on my planet. Since we don't have access to machines yet, my first slot normally would be building robots. I'd like to put gene clinics down and get this going as fast as possible. We also get dense jungle there. Hangar bay and strike craft. Okay, now what's next? Minerals from miners, which would be fantastic. So let's get that. It's only going to be a small, paltry 5%, but still. And we can get rid of dense jungle now. Oh, and we're running low on money. So, but that's okay. I'm going to take that. I want to get those out of the way. And here, the defense platforms cost us 262. That's expensive. But still,
construction complete.
Have them join. Rise above the waters. Okay, one species native to Beranza C3 has, according to the IIS anomaly orbiting the planet, achieved a tentative mastery of the planet's small plots of land as well as its vast oceans. Science officer Feathers of White proposes that we should monitor the development closely, maybe even help them along if possible. Ooh, okay, so that creates a third planet over here. That an ocean world, that we can colonize. Planet has an anomaly. Can only colonize planets inside our borders. Oh, well. In that case, you, my friend, should do... Well, we're going to want this. We're going to want this. Look at all those minerals there. 12. We're going to want those. Primordial soup. This adds research. What are you doing? Surveying, investigating.
System survey complete.
Good job.
System survey complete.
So we're underway. I'm going to pause it right here and make this the end of the first episode of the Wiley's War Council, Wiley's Warrior Clan. So Wiley, Garner, I hope you're appreciating this. This playthrough is for you, buddy. We're gonna roll right through it and show you how we do this and how we stay out of trouble. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I'm Colors Fade, your host, signing off. If you dig the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you have a question or comment, definitely drop it down below. And if you want to support my channel, my Patreon's listed in the link below. Thank you. I'll see you all next time.